Okay, guys, so today we're going to be rebuilding the Miami Heat. We've got Jimmy Butler, Goran Dragic, Bam Adebayo, Justice Winslow, Kelly Olynyk, Dion Waiters, and like we've been doing in the last videos, I did Carson Edwards 2 videos ago, and then I did Bol and Michael Porter Jr. We're going to be building around a young player in Tyler Herro. I did juice his stats just a tiny bit, gave him like a 93-pointer, and I boosted up his potential a little bit because this is more of a fantasy style situation where we're building around a player that we obviously need to get better quickly. So, you know, Jimmy Butler, I can't guarantee his spot. Goran Dragic, I'm going to look to trade immediately. Bam Adebayo, Justice Winslow, I think I want to hold on to, but if I get the right trade, I will let them go. So I'll see you guys with what I'm doing. I'm actually going to start with this huge trade, Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo for Harrison Barnes and Fox. I think a backcourt of Fox and Herro would be pretty dope. Then I'm going to go ahead and do this trade, giving up Kelly Olynyk and Goran Dragic to bring in Robert Covington, 2 one-year deals. Obviously, I don't love this contract of Gorgie Dang, but I want to have Robert Covington, so we're going to go ahead and do this. We're getting a first-round pick from the Clippers, giving up Dion Waiters and Derrick Jones Jr. For the last trade of season number 1, James Johnson's got a player option. We want to get him off our books, so we're just going to bring in a 1-year deal in Jay Crowder. So looking at the rotation for season number 1, we've got Fox, Herro, Covington, Crowder, Gorgie Dang, with Barnes, Winslow, and Myers Leonard off our bench. Now, throughout the season, I am probably going to look to trade to get rid of the contracts of, like, you know, Gorgie Dang and Barnes. We shall see, but I'll see you guys at the end of the season. So the Wizards ended up going with LaMelo Ball at number 1. That's good for us. We're going to go ahead and take James Wiseman. Like, you know, what the offers are. If someone wants to offer me something crazy, someone wants to hand me over, I don't know, Devin Booker or something for this number 2 pick, I might go ahead and do it. Now that I said that, Devin Booker actually gets, you know, offered a lot. Maybe we will get offered for Devin Booker. But we can go to the 7 pick plus Jalen Brunson, Drew Holiday, Devin Booker. Funny enough, we actually did get offered that. But he's in the same spot as Tyler Herro, so we're not going to do that. I think I'm just going to go ahead and make a selection here. If we can go back, choose prospect, James Wiseman, welcome to the team. I'll see you guys in free agency. Here in free agency, we've got a ton of money. We're going to offer everything, you know, Anthony Davis wants. If we can bring in Anthony Davis, that would be amazing. Drummond, we get him all the time. I'm not going to go ahead and do that. Montrezl Harrell, I'll throw a contract on you. Might as well. Danilo Gallinari, not really looking at that. Let's just see if we can somehow get Anthony Davis. No, we can't. I'm guessing he's just going to go back to the Los Angeles Lakers as he usually does. He decides to go to the Los Angeles Lakers. Seeing who else we could bring in. We still got a lot of money after bringing in Montrezl Harrell. We could do Drummond. He's got, you know, a decent amount of trade value. I just don't think I want to do that. DeMarcus Cousins is interesting. You've got, in terms of unrestricted free agents, down here it really starts to fall off. Jaylen Brown as a restricted free agent. I just think I'm going to go ahead and just offer on Danilo Gallinari. Right now at 31 years old, we'll offer that. We'll offer a deal on Marcus Gasol. These are guys that I'm potentially just going to have go out the door. Danilo Gallinari decides to go to the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think I have the cap space to bring in both these guys. Do I still have money left? No, I have enough for like a $10 million deal. If anyone is interesting, could Joe Harris sign on that? He could only do 2 years, $33 million. Fred VanVleet. Now, Marcus Gasol and Montrezl Harrell, I do not think I'm going to be holding on to them. Those guys were purely to get trade value down the line. I don't really know why I did, Marcus Gasol, but whatever. Avery Bradley, he might have a decent amount of trade value. Bobby Portis, let's just do that. 3 years, $33 million. Will you do that? That's only like $1 million less than you wanted. Go ahead and accept it. Yes, you do. I'll see you guys at the start of the season. At the start of the season, I'm going to go ahead and trade Montrezl Harrell plus a first-round pick to bring in a solid contract and Malcolm Brogdon, now at an 85 overall. Solid three-point shooter, king of efficiency. We're going to go ahead and do that. Marcus Gasol, what could we get for you? We could bring in Otto Porter, Steven Adams. I really feel like I shouldn't have gone with a 3-year contract on 35-year-old Marcus Gasol. I don't know what I was thinking. Rudy Gay. Maybe if I package him with like Justice Winslow, what could that bring us? Now we're getting up to like Chris Middleton, who's actually a pretty interesting option. Plus Dion Waiters. We could do DeMarcus Cousins at 3 years, $25 million. Jonas Valanciunas, Miles Bridges plus Batum. That's quite interesting, actually. Aaron Gordon. I think I'm going to do this. I think Aaron Gordon would be a solid player to have on this team, plus Evan Fournier. Unless I see something that really jumps off the paper, Blake Griffin with a player option that he could potentially accept. I think I'm going to do this because if he declines it, it's whatever. We'll have more money in free agency, or at least could have more money in free agency. But if he accepts it, we're going to have 2 years of Blake Griffin. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Seeing there's anyone that really needs to be traded at this point, it doesn't really look like it. Bobby Portis is someone potentially that we could trade, but I feel like that would be more so down the road. So looking at a rotation as it stands right now, we have De'Aaron Fox, Brogdon, get out of here. This is Herro's spot. Fox, Herro, Covington, Blake Griffin, James Wiseman, with Brogdon, Portis, Shaquille Harrison, and Michael Beasley off the bench. The depth's really not that good. The starting lineups looks pretty solid, but I'll see you guys at the end of season number 2. I wanted to hold on to James Wiseman, but looking at trades to start the year, we got offered DeAndre Ayton for him and Bobby Portis. I'm going to have to go ahead and do this. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. So in the season, I decided I just don't want to take the risk of Blake Griffin declining this player option. I'm going to go ahead and get Tobias Harris, who's locked up, for the next 3 seasons. He's a great three-point shooter, a solid player at that position. Plus, we're getting a guy, at least for this season, that's going to add to our depth in Josh Richardson. At the end of the season, we end up finishing with the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference. Looking at our stats, we were led in scoring by DeAndre Ayton getting 18 points, almost 12 rebounds. Then we had De'Aaron Fox getting 18 points and over 8 assists. And then our man Tyler Rowe, 16.6 points, shooting 47% from the field and 43% from 3 on almost 8 attempts. He is coming together, but let's see what we can do in the first round going against the Atlanta Hawks. They're up 1 game. I don't project us to make it far. In fact, it doesn't look like we're going to make it out of the first round. We are down 2-1. Can we tie it up? Yes, we do at 2 games apiece. Can we take the advantage? No. Can we go to game 7? Can we do it? Yes, we can. Can we go to the next round? And no, we lose in 7 games to the Atlanta Hawks. I'll see you guys in the offseason. If I want to try and get any of the top free agents, I got to free up some money. So I'm trading Malcolm Brogdon for Mitchell Robinson on a low deal. So seeing if we can even offer now on the big time guys, the Kawhi Leonards. I don't know what's going on with my screen. Why is it blurry like this? I'll figure this out and I'll get back to you guys. So I ended up fixing whatever was wrong with my screen, but we have money to offer in on the big time guys. Kawhi Leonard, you're getting the max deal. Obviously, Giannis Antetokounmpo, 4 years, player option, no trade clause. Paul George, same treatment, 173 million, player option, no trade clause. Let's see if we can bring any of them in. Kawhi Leonard is going to be joining the team. We actually got accept. Wow, we could actually bring in Kawhi Leonard, Giannis Antetokounmpo, or Paul George. So looking at our roster, the center position, we're fine. The forward position. Looking at the roster, the center position, we're fine. Power forward, we're fine. Small forward, we're fine. Any of those positions, we are fine. So would we rather have Giannis or would we rather have, Kawhi Leonard? I think I'm going to go with Kawhi Leonard for now. I think that's going to be our best option. So we're going to bring in Kawhi Leonard. We are not renouncing the rights. That would take us over the salary cap limit if we renounce the rights of De'Aaron Fox. That means I'm going to have to trade away someone. I think what I'm going to do here, what I'll do is I'm going to trade away Tobias Harris and then do Giannis instead. Can we lose some money from Tobias Harris's deal? I'm looking for someone that's going to give me like a big discount. Mo Bamba, he's going to have solid trade value. He's a young player that frees up a ton of money. I think that should now allow us to hold on to De'Aaron Fox's rights and bring in Kawhi Leonard. No, we're doing Giannis. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll match whatever De'Aaron Fox gets in free agency. Hopefully we don't mess up with that and De'Aaron Fox leaves us. We're cap holding on. So let's just get out of the moratorium period. Have Giannis locked up. If we get an offer from De'Aaron Fox that we have to match, we're going to go ahead and do that. Just making sure now we have Giannis on our books. Giannis Antetokounmpo is on the roster in free agency. Can we now go ahead and offer on a deal? Let me just match whatever comes De'Aaron Fox's way. He's prepared to sign an offer. We're going to go ahead and match that. 3 years, $90 million. No problem. Hopefully now we have him on the roster as well. Yes, we do. I don't think we have any money to do anything left in free agency, but this is our last year. So we're going to see what we can bring in. Seeing the major holes we have. Giannis is going to go to a power forward spot now at a 96 overall. So it's going by position. We do need a backup point guard. We do need a backup shooting guard. We really need backups in like every position aside from center. Mitchell Robinson and Mo Bamba, one of those guys is going to go get traded. So just seeing what the best options is in terms of affordability. Thomas Satoransky, I actually wouldn't mind that as a backup point guard. I'll go ahead and offer him a deal. Dion Waiters, we could bring him back on 2 years, $12 million. One of those guys will end up declining. Let's just see which one accepts. Dion Waiters is going to do that. Let's go ahead. See if we can also sign Thomas Satoransky. I don't believe we can. Michael Beasley, we're just going to go ahead and renounce his rights. Can we bring him in? We do not have enough room. I'll just see you guys at the start of the season where we're trading either Bamba or Mitchell Robinson. At the start of the season, we can get a massive upgrade to our bench, getting Clint Capella for Mo Bamba. I really wasn't looking to add another center, but I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then seeing what we could get for Mitchell Robinson, because that's obviously a player we don't need at this point, having Clint Capella as our backup to DeAndre Ayton. We can bring in Colin Sexton, but then I don't really want to get rid of Robert Covington. We can bring in Herro, which is definitely not a bad option. We have Danny Green right now, who's coming off a season where he averaged 8 points, shooting 43% from the three. I mean, that's really not a bad backup. We get a first-round pick plus Miles Bridges. That's acquiring first-round picks in back-to-back trades. You know, that could actually, you know, in turn, you know, get us a really good player with all the first picks we can stack together. We can bring in Jalen Adams. Seeing about it, Mitchell Robinson plus 2 first-round picks. What could that bring us from the Rockets and from us? Does that upgrade the trade packages much? It really doesn't look like it. I'm going to look around and let you guys know with what I do. So we end up finding an amazing trade. We're getting rid of Mitchell Robinson, and we're bringing in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I'm going to jump on that. We still have those first-round picks if there's any depth we need to add. But right now, we're looking at Fox, Herro, Covington, Giannis, DeAndre Ayton with Clint Capella, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I think around here, I think I'm only going to run a 9-man rotation. And then I really want to find like a better small forward. So maybe Darren Collison plus some picks. We could get up to a better small forward, probably like around a 79, 80 overall. And then we're going to be jumping into the season where I think we should be close to the front runners to take home this title. So we end up making a trade with the Hornets to bring in Miles Bridges. So I think I'm fine with the rotation as it stands right now. That's going to be Fox, Herro. We got Covington, Giannis, DeAndre Ayton with Capella, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Miles Bridges, and Danny Green. I might take some minutes away from him, some minutes away from Gilgeous-Alexander, and a little bit away from Capella. Boost Ayton up, and then I want to boost Fox a little bit, Herro a little bit, Covington just a tiny bit. Take a little bit more away from Capella to give that up to Covington, and then Herro. I'm liking this rotation right now. I think defensively, we're pretty solid. I think offensively, we're very solid. And then we got a solid amount of depth. I like what we got. Looking at our system proficiency, pace and space, we're 3.5 stars. Perimeter centric, 3.5 stars. Does anything get up to 4 stars? If we want a 7-second offense, we can do grit and grind 3.5, balance 3.5. I'm just going to go ahead and do 7 seconds with DeAndre Ayton and Giannis down there. I like that, and I'll see you guys at the end of the season. At the end of the season, our big free agency signing, Giannis Antetokounmpo, won MVP as he got almost 27 points, over 10 rebounds, over 7 assists, 2 steals, almost 2 blocks, shooting 56% from the field. Did we have anyone win an award? Josh Green, Most Improved. Coach of the Year, I think that's our coach, Michael Stoffer, 64 and 18. We had Giannis Antetokounmpo make All-NBA First Team. Any more members of the Miami Heat here? Doesn't look like it. We finished as the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference with a record of 64 wins and 18 losses. Looking at the league standings, where does that put us? It puts us 16 games ahead of the next best team in the Philadelphia 76ers, only at 48 wins. It puts us right around 9 games ahead of the Dallas Mavericks and Utah Jazz. So we should be the favorite to take home this title. Looking at our player stats, we were led in scoring by Giannis, obviously getting almost 27. Then we had Ayton do his thing at 18 points. We now have Tyler Herro, the guy we're building around, getting it now as an 86 overall. He got over 17 points per game, shooting 51% from the field and 46% from 3 and 98% from the free throw line. In terms of efficiency, he's been absolutely incredible. Off the bench, Clint Capella, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Miles Bridges. We also have Robert Covington doing his thing as a defensive player. I like this roster a lot. Hopefully Danny Green, who's getting some minutes, is at least, shooting efficiently from 3, which he is. In the first round, we're going against the Charlotte Hornets. I don't think they stand a chance. We should go right by them in 4 games. If we end up getting another first-round exit like we have when we have these loaded rosters in the last couple rebuilds, that would suck. We're up 2 games to 1. Now it's 2 games apiece. Let's not go down 3-2. Let's win in 6 games. Let's not go to a game 7. Let's not lose. Oh my God, if we would have lost in 7 games in the first round, I would not have been happy. In the second round, we're going against the Atlanta Hawks, who ended up taking us down in the last playoff series. But right now, we're up 3 games to 0, 4 games to 0. We sweep them, and we're going against the second seeded Philadelphia 76ers, who won 48 games in the second round. The #1 seeded Utah Jazz, who had like 58 wins, I believe. Same thing with the Dallas Mavericks. They both got eliminated. You got the Golden State Warriors and the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. But in this round, We end up taking the first game. We're tied at 1 game apiece. We're up 2-1, 3-1, 3-2. Let's not go to game 7. Let's not lose here. And we do. In the Eastern Conference Finals, we end up losing to the Philadelphia 76ers. That is sad to see. I don't really know how that ended up happening. We finished, like, what was it, 16 games ahead of them. Looking at our roster, we had a 98 overall Giannis, 91 DeAndre Ayton, 91 De'Aaron Fox, 88 Clint Capella, 87 Shai Gilgeous, 86 Tyler Herro, 83 Covington, and 82 Miles Bridges. Really don't understand that one, but that's the video, guys. You guys tell me your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, make sure you like and subscribe, and peace.